Imagine standing on the ancient Greek island of Rhodes in the year 280 BC. Before you, rising above the white houses and blue rooftops, is a sight that makes your jaw drop. Towering 108 feet tall, the Colossus of Rhodes, a bronze statue of the sun god Helios, stands astride the harbor entrance. This gigantic statue, one of the ancient world's 7 wonders, symbolizes the island's strength and independence. As a ship enters the harbor, it seems almost to touch the sky. Sailors on board raise their hands in admiration. Travelers on foot stop to gaze upwards, dwarfed by the sheer size of this colossus. Now close your eyes and imagine yourself in the same spot some 500 years later. You see only shattered bronze and crumbling stone. The once proud colossus broken by an earthquake, abandoned in the dust. The statue that defined an island now lies broken on the ground. Welcome to our channel where we bring history to life. Today, we unveil the secrets of the Colossus of Rhodes, one of the ancient world's most iconic structures. We'll explore how it was built, why it fell, and why it continues to capture our imaginations today. Building a giant. How did they make the Colossus? First, let's look at the logistics. How did the ancient Greeks construct such a massive statue? Well, it wasn't easy. The Colossus, created by the sculptor Charis of Lindos, was made of bronze plates hammered over an iron framework. The bronze likely came from the weapons and armor left behind by the invading army of Demetrius Poliorcetes that the Rhodians defeated. Inside the statue's legs, they placed stone blocks to add weight and stability. Interestingly, these giant building blocks were originally used by Demetrius to try and batter down the city gates during the siege of Rhodes. The Rhodians repurposed them, turning a tool of war into part of a monument to peace. According to ancient historians, it took 12 years to build the Colossus, with construction beginning around 292 BCE and finishing around 280 BCE. It was funded by the Rhodians, wealthy merchants and traders who wanted to honor their patron god Helios and celebrate their victory over Demetrius. But how did they lift these massive bronze sheets into place? There are many theories, but no one knows for sure. One idea is that they used a series of ramps, levers, and pulleys to hoist the pieces up. Another theory suggests they built scaffolding around the statue as it grew taller and taller. Regardless of the method, it's a testament to the skill and determination of the builders that they accomplished this seemingly impossible task. But now, a question. Why build such a huge statue? What was the point of the Colossus? Well, several factors were at play. The Rhodians were devout worshippers of Helios. He was their patron deity, representing the island's prosperity and independence. By erecting a giant statue of Helios, they demonstrated their devotion and hoped to gain his favor. Additionally, the Colossus was a symbol of their victory over Demetrius. It showed the world that the Rhodians could withstand any attack and emerge triumphant. Finally, the statue was a source of civic pride for the Rhodians. It made their city unique and memorable for travelers, reminding them of the island's greatness. The Colossus of Rhodes was not just a religious symbol or a war trophy. It was a blend of both, embodying the spirit of a people who refused to be subdued. But the Colossus didn't stand for long. So how did this seemingly invincible statue crumble? On September 22, 226 BCE, a massive earthquake struck the island of Rhodes. It was a catastrophic event that shook the foundations of the city. The earth trembled, buildings collapsed, and the harbor quays crumbled into the sea. And then there was the Colossus. Accounts from ancient historians tell us that the earthquake broke the statue at the knees, causing it to collapse. Some say it split into 3 parts, others that it fell in more pieces. Whatever the case, the once proud giant lay in ruins, a victim of the destructive forces of nature. It's interesting to note that the earthquake didn't completely destroy the Colossus. Perhaps it was its very bulk that saved it from total destruction. The statue's sturdy base and thick bronze skin protected it somewhat, allowing some parts to remain intact. But enough was broken that the Colossus could no longer stand. The damage was too extensive to repair. In the aftermath of the earthquake, the Rhodians turned to the Oracle of Delphi for guidance. They asked whether they should attempt to rebuild the statue. The response was a resounding no. The god spoke through the oracle, warning them not to anger the gods by trying to restore the Colossus. Perhaps the earthquake was a sign that the giant's time had come to an end. Or maybe the gods simply didn't want such a prominent place in the sky. Whatever the reason, the Rhodians respected the oracle's warning and left the fallen Colossus where it lay. In the centuries that followed, travelers would journey to Rhodes just to see the broken remains of the giant. Ancient writers like Pliny the Elder described how, even in its ruined state, the Colossus was an awe-inspiring sight. What happened next? The fallen Colossus remained on the ground for nearly 8 centuries. It became a part of the landscape, a constant reminder of both the glory and fragility of human creations. Then, in the 7th century CE, during an Arab invasion of Rhodes, the bronze fragments were taken away. According to legend, it took 900 camels to haul the pieces to the Middle East. This detail, however, may be an exaggeration meant to emphasize the statue's sheer size rather than an accurate historical account. From that point, the Colossus disappeared from history. No one knows exactly where all the fragments ended up. Some may have melted down to make other objects, while others may have been lost in the sands of time. Rediscovering the Colossus. Over the centuries, the memory of the Colossus of Rhodes endured. It became one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a testament to human ingenuity and artistic achievement. Writers, poets, and painters were inspired by the tale of the giant, creating countless depictions of the Colossus in its prime. During the Renaissance, the Colossus made a comeback. Artists like Antonio Canova and Giovanni Battista Piranesi created sculptures and engravings that captured the spirit of the ancient wonder. These works helped to preserve the Colossus in the minds of Europeans. In the 19th century, excavations on the island of Rhodes uncovered ancient accounts and artifacts related to the Colossus. This sparked renewed interest in the statue and led to more research and discoveries. Today, the Colossus is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Archaeologists continue to search for remnants of the statue, hoping to piece together more of its history. Visitors to Rhodes can explore the island's rich past and imagine what it would have been like to stand before the Colossus in its prime. But why does the Colossus still matter? Why do we care about a statue that toppled almost 2,000 years ago? It's simple. The Colossus embodies the human spirit. It shows what we can accomplish when we set our minds to a task. The statue is a reminder that even giants can fall, but that shouldn't stop us from reaching for the sky. As you leave this video, remember the lessons of the Colossus. Be bold in your dreams, determined in your efforts, and always respect the power of nature. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed learning about the Colossus of Rhodes. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. Until next time, keep exploring the world and all its wonders.